Yo, what's up YouTube? Aries Fire Tiger here, and today we're going to take a look at the Metal Lucario deck from Fates Collide. Before we get into that, I do want to mention that we are now over 100 subscribers, which is just awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support, I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and get something together for a 100 subscriber special, so stay tuned! I'll have something coming up for you guys real soon. Until then, let's take a look at a Pokemon TCG deck. And we're going to start things off for this Metal Lucario deck, of course, with 4 Riolu. It's got the double smash attack, and since we're only going to be running Metal Energy in this deck, we want to use that one over the other Riolu in this set, which uses fighting energy to attack, so if we need to attack, we still can. And then we've got our main attacker here. We've got the Metal Lucario with Vacuum Wave, does 50 damage, and is not affected by weakness or resistance. And Fight Alone, which does 30 damage, plus 60 more damage for each Pokemon more that your opponent has. So if you have 2 Pokemon in play, and your opponent has 3, you're going to hit for 90. If they have 4, you're going to hit for 150. If they have 5 more than you, you're going to be hitting for 210. So it's not bad. Not bad attack at all. Alright, next up we've got 4 Unowns, and we're just using this for some draw support. And that's got the Farewell Letter ability. It's on the bench, we can use the ability, discard Unown, and get us an extra card. And we've got 1 Cubone from Breakthrough, 70 hit points, and that will evolve into Marowak with the Bodyguard ability, prevent all effects of attacks done to you or your hand by your opponent's Pokemon, remove any existing effects. So that's it. That's all the Pokemon we're running in this deck. It is pretty late. So let's get into supporter cards. Of course, we're gonna be running 3 copies of Korrina, and this will let us get our Riolus out if we need it to. It can help us get our Cubone and Marowak out, and in addition to that, being able to grab an item card, especially like Experience Share or Robo Susbstitute, is going to be big, so you can keep your attackers going. Alright, we've got, of course, 2 copies of Lysandre. These will be used to draw some opponents out if we need to stall, or if we need to take that KO and we just can't hit one of their big Pokemon, we can still knock out a Shaman. So, no big deal there. And for our draw support, we've got 3 copies of N. Shuffle your hand into your deck, both players. Draw cards equal to the number of prizes you got left. We've got 3 of Professor Sycamore, so we can just dump our hand and get a fresh hand. And then we've got 1 copy of Teammates, and whenever one of our guys goes down, this will let us grab any 2 cards we want from the deck. So that's it for our supporter lineup. Next up, we'll get into the tools and stadium cards. And we're only running 2 stadiums, but we're running Steel Shelter, and this will prevent us from getting sleeped, poisoned, confused, or paralyzed. Don't want any of that happening. We don't want our Lucarios to slow down. We just want to keep attacking over and over and over. And then we've got 3 copies of Experience Share. Just slap those down on your Riolu, so when your first Lucario goes down, you can keep that energy into play. I've also got 2 copies of Floatstone, and we're going to use these in case we start with an Unown or a Cubone, and we can safely put one of these on Cubone every game, just because we don't want him to get Lysandred out, and if he does, we've got an out to get back into our Lucarios and start attacking again. And last two, and this is a big one. This is one I think is a really smart play right here, is 2 copies of Headringer. Now, I'll show you why I think this is a really smart play. And we'll go back to Lucario. Lucario has 110 hit points. It can either hit for 50, or it's going to hit for 30, 90, or 150, so on and so forth. The thing is, if your opponent catches on real quick, they can Shaman Loop you. They can Sky Return, and Sky Return, and Sky Return, and you won't be able to knock out any other Pokemon, and your Lucarios will just go down. So having this Headringer in here is going to prevent that from happening at all. So yeah, I felt that was a really good card for this deck. Alright, let's get into the item cards. There's not a ton. We've got 1 level ball here, and this will help us search out our Riolus. It'll help us search out an Unown if we need it, or the Cubone if we need it. Now we've got 3 copies of Robo Susbstitute, and this will give us a little bit of a stall option while we sit back and get our Lucarios ready to go and back into the active. We've got 1 copy of Sacred Ash. Since we only have 4 attackers, we gotta be able to get them back, so gotta have a Sacred Ash. And then we've got 3 copies of Target Whistle. Put a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto his or her bench. And this is going to help us bring out Shamans, and it's also going to help us bring out Night Marchers and just fill the bench. So that'll help us power up our Lucario. Let's see here. We've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, and this will help us find any of the Pokemon that we need. Now, of course, what would a deck be without 4 copies of Versus Seeker? We got 4 VS Seekers here. Get our supporter cards back. Maybe you want to use Teammates a bunch of times, you never know, or you get a Lysandre an extra time. Not gonna hurt. We got 4 VS Seekers to cause some trouble with. Let's get those out of here. Alright. Last thing we got here, guys, is our energy cards. We are running just 9 basic metal energy. That's it, you guys. So there is my take on the Metal Lucario deck for Fates Collide. Let me know in the comments section what changes you guys might make. Maybe you guys got a different build, or maybe a couple other insights, maybe something I overlooked that could help the deck be improved a little more. I will have a Delphox break deck coming up next for you guys, so stick around for that. I've got a few more deck profiles to plan for the future. I'm just waiting for some trades to come in, so once those come in, I'm gonna start getting to work on building some more Fates Collide decks for you guys. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think so. That should be it for today, guys. Thanks again for, 100 subscribers. That's totally awesome. Like I said, I'll try and get something up real soon for that. Maybe we'll do a giveaway. I'm not sure if we'll do that or we'll do something else. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for stopping by to check out the video, guys. I do appreciate it. Leave a like if you guys liked the video. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already. And yeah, like I said, just if you got any feedback on the deck, let me know. Maybe work on this a little more. Have a great day. Peace.